What's the unintentionally funniest thing you've ever heard a child say? It was a packed flight, full of families heading out for spring break, and I had the luck of sitting across the aisle from a mom with a toddler who looked about 3, maybe a little younger. The mom looked tired, the way all traveling parents do, pulled together but frayed at the edges. Her daughter had those little pink headphones and a stuffed rabbit clutched tight under one arm, legs swinging as she sat. We were taxiing, engines humming, that dull white noise settling in as everyone turned off their phones and prepared for takeoff. Then, right as the flight attendants were doing the safety demo, this little voice pierced through the hum. My daddy left me and mommy. The kid wasn't whispering. She said it clear and loud, like she was delivering a line in a school play. Everyone in the immediate vicinity turned their heads. A guy across the aisle actually lowered his newspaper, which felt like something out of a movie because who still travels with a newspaper? Before the mom could respond, the girl added, just as loudly, "And I don't know where he went." There was a beat of silence. You could feel everyone holding their breath, waiting to see what the mom would do. She froze for a second, just a second, but you could see her brain kick into high gear. She gave a half smile and leaned over to her daughter, trying to hush her gently, but the kid had more to say. "There's a baby in mommy's tummy too." Now half the plane was looking. A woman a row behind me started to stifle a laugh, and someone behind the mom muttered, "Oh my God," under their breath, which I could hear perfectly because no one else was talking. The mom rubbed her temples and leaned in to whisper to her daughter, clearly trying to coach her into clarifying. The little girl turned to her seat neighbor, a poor older man with the patience of a saint, and added helpfully, "Daddy had to take a different airplane. He's going to meet us at the hotel with the pool." You could feel the collective sigh. A couple people chuckled, and the mom gave this sheepish little wave toward the general area, like she knew what it had sounded like, and appreciated that no one had jumped to conclusions too quickly. I caught her eye and gave her a sympathetic smile. She looked like she could laugh or cry or both. "She's been very into storytelling lately," she said to no one in particular. The rest of the flight, the girl was quiet, mostly engrossed in whatever was on her tablet. Occasionally, she'd point out clouds or make random observations. "The sun is hiding. This seatbelt is itchy. Why do peanuts have to be so crunchy?" Normal kid stuff, nothing too scandalous. But people didn't forget. When the drink cart came by, the flight attendant bent down to the little girl and said, "Your daddy must be excited to see you and the baby soon." And the mom gave a grateful laugh, like she appreciated someone helping to steer the narrative back on course. When we landed and everyone stood up to stretch and awkwardly jostle for their bags, the man next to the girl asked if she was excited to see the hotel pool. She nodded with big eyes and said, "Daddy's bringing my floaties. He's flying all by himself." The mom chimed in, a little louder than necessary. "He's meeting us there from Chicago. Business trip. Very boring stuff." It was clear she wanted to make sure everyone heard the revised version. As we shuffled off the plane, the little girl waved goodbye to every single row she passed. "Bye, bye, I'm gonna swim. Bye, my daddy didn't really leave." The mom just laughed, shoulders finally relaxing, and muttered, "Better late than never."